Hello guys, in the last videos we have solved the particle moving in the centripetal force and the simple pendulum with the help of the Lagrangian mechanics. In this video we will solve problems based on the Lagrangian formalism in which velocity of the second object depends upon the velocity of the first object. Okay, for example, in the first figure we can see that the velocity of small mass m this depends upon the capital mass m, because if the capital mass m moves, then the small mass automatically moves with that velocity because it is connected to the capital mass m. Similarly, in the second figure we can see that this small mass m depends upon the velocity of this mass capital M. In the third figure, we can see that the velocity of mass m2 depends upon the velocity of mass m1, because as m1 moves, the second mass m2 automatically moves with that velocity. Okay. So to define the Lagrangian, we have to define two values. One is kinetic energies, second one is the potential energy. So let's first see what is the value of the kinetic energy. In this case, for the kinetic energy, let's define a formula. So let us suppose we have a vector v1 in this direction and vector v2 in this direction, and they are both inclined at an angle of theta. Okay, so the resultant that we know, the resultant r square, that is equal to v1 square plus v2 square plus 2 v1 into v2 cos of theta. Okay, so this is the value for the resultant that we will need for finding out the kinetic energy in this case. Okay, so let's see. So we know that the capital mass m has a coordinate x. The kinetic energy for the capital mass m is equal to half m x dot square. Okay, and the second we are left with the kinetic energy for the small mass m. Let's find out Tm. So this angle is also theta. Okay, and we know that this angle is 90 degree. So this angle is 90 minus of theta. Okay, and now the velocity is perpendicular to this one, to this length. Okay, so that means this angle is 90 degree. Okay, if this angle is 90 degree, then this is straight line, this angle is also 90 degree, that means this angle is theta. So the angle between this, that means x dot, and the angle between the velocity of this pendulum is theta. Okay, so we have two vector quantities, one is x dot, one is the velocity of pendulum having the angle of theta. So that means the resultant velocity can be defined as L theta dot square plus x dot square plus 2L theta dot x dot cos of theta. So this is the resultant velocity that we get for the second mass small m. Okay, so what is the value for the kinetic energy? The value for the kinetic energy for the small mass is equal to half m v square, but v square is equal to x dot square plus 2L theta dot x dot cos of theta. So that's all that we need for the kinetic energy, and now we have defined the kinetic energy for the both. So the total kinetic energy T is equal to first kinetic energy half m x dot square plus half small mass m L square theta dot square plus x dot square plus 2L theta dot x dot cos of theta. So that's all for the kinetic energy, and for the Lagrangian we need the potential energy also. Here let's see what we have for the potential energy. We have one spring, and for this spring the potential energy is simple, half k x square, as the variable here is x. And for the simple pendulum it is also simple. If we are going to take this as our reference point, so it is at minus mgl of cos theta. It is below the reference point, so it is minus mgl cos of theta. So the potential energy is going to be half k x square, that is of a spring, and minus mgl cos of theta. In this case also the angle between this mass small m and the capital mass m is theta. Velocity of this mass, capital mass m, let us suppose is x dot, and here we know that this mass have velocity of l theta dot. So the velocity in this case is going to be, as we have done earlier, is l theta dot square plus x dot square plus 2 l theta dot x dot cos of theta. Okay, so the kinetic energy for the small mass m is nothing but half mv square, so half m this whole velocity, and the total kinetic energy is nothing but exactly similar to the last case, half m x dot square plus half small mass m l square theta dot square plus x dot square, okay, plus 2 l theta dot x dot cos of theta. Okay, now here the potential energy is different, because as it is this mass is not connected to any spring, or it is not at a certain height, so this mass, capital mass m, has a potential energy 0. Okay, but this small mass m has certain potential energy. Okay, and this potential energy you can find out with respect to like this. So I'm going to take, if this is my reference point, so what is the value for the kinetic energy is minus mgl cos of theta. Now let's find out the Lagrangian for the third case, which is the case of the double pendulum. Okay, so let us suppose this angle is theta 1 and this angle is theta 2. So the angle between these two pendulum is nothing but these two pendulum is theta 2 minus theta 1. So the angle between their velocities, like this pendulum has, let us suppose, velocity v2 and this pendulum has velocity of v1. So the angle between these two velocities is also theta 2 minus theta 1. Okay, so as the angle between these two is theta 2 minus theta 1, so here is, instead of cos theta, so we get cos theta 2 minus theta 1 in the resultant. The rest everything remains same, but the velocity for the simple for the case of pendulum is L1. First pendulum is L1 theta 1, so it is square, and for the second pendulum it is L2 theta 2 dot, so square plus 2 L1 L2 theta 1 dot theta 2 dot cos of theta 2 minus theta 1. So this is the value for the resultant velocity. Let us suppose this is v square, capital V square. Okay, and you know now what is the value for the kinetic energy. The kinetic energy is, one is first for the first pendulum, half m1 l1 theta 1 dot square, and this resultant velocity is for the second pendulum of mass m2, so this is m2, this whole resultant velocity square. Okay, so now what we are going to do is going to find out the value for the potential energy. Okay, so the value for the potential energy, let's see it from the figure. Let us suppose this this is our reference point, and so this height is nothing but m1 g l1 cos of theta 1. Okay, and for the second mass m2, the height from here is this height plus this height. The first height we know that l1 cos theta 1, so for the second mass it becomes m2 g l2, sorry, the first height l1 cos of theta 1 plus m2g, the second height, which is l2 cos of theta 2. Okay, so the potential energy is nothing but m1g l1 cos of theta 1 plus m2g l2 cos of theta 2 plus m2g l1 cos of theta 1. The potential energy V is the negative what we have defined earlier, because the height is below the reference point, below the origin O. So potential energy is negative of m1g l1 cos of theta 1 plus m2g l1 first height cos of theta 1. Okay, and plus m2g the second part l2 cos of theta 2. So this is the total potential energy, and the Lagrangian is defined by L is equal to half m1 velocity of first pendulum l1 theta 1 dot square plus that of second pendulum m2 l1 theta 1 dot whole square l2 theta 2 dot whole square plus 2 l1 l2 theta 1 dot theta 2 dot. Okay, and we are taking the cos theta 2 minus theta 1 approximately equal to 1, so that is the kinetic energy we assume the limits. Okay, and minus that of potential energy, which is m, that is already negative, so it becomes positive m1 g l1 cos of theta 1 plus m2 g l1 cos of theta 1 plus l2 cos of theta 2. So that is the overall Lagrangian for this case.